me alone. Get out of here.
Pumping you up for your interview.
Good morning. Y'all know I love Mondays. Happy Monday. I want a library light here. So like a library light and then these underneath it. It's gonna be really cute when it happens in 2022. So yes, I had an interview with like a media outlet this morning. I don't know if this will ever be like comfortable. Like, will I ever just get used to those? But normal interviews, the ones I've had in the past, you like get on, say, hey, they kind of like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, especially if it's recorded. And you know, kind of small talk first. And this one, so I got on and I realized very quickly that like the minute I answered that Zoom call, the interview started. So I was like, hello. I guess my whole point of this story is I'm so glad we can watch these interviews together and cringe as a family. At me, not at the interviewer, just at me and like what I do with my face and hands. I have watched the slide of Vivi saying, listen, listen, listen. No, to Gary at least like 30 times. I wrote it down in my planner to where when I share it again, probably 87 times, I know where it's at. Typically wash my sheets because it's just time and I need to wash my sheets. But today I have like the urge, like the want to wash my sheets. Isn't that weird? Like I gotta wash my sheets. Maybe these things are real dirty. Okay, I'm in Burke's room. So dang bright. This is with the shade half down. Like her room just gets all the sun. It's just makes me honestly so happy, especially with the wallpaper. Just a very bright yet happy room. Okay, so I'm gonna do this shelf tutorial, but I can't decide how I want to film it. Do you guys like it when I just take you in my hands and film it that way? Or do you like it where I set it up on a tripod, film it, and do like voiceover style so you can see me going kind of sped up? You choose. I've never thought to ask like how you like to watch tutorials. The ones on a tripod where you can see the whole space, I think people like to watch that way. That takes a lot longer to edit versus if I'm doing it in real life, you don't get to see like the whole space. I say in real life, obviously the other one's in real life too, but like in real time, holding it with my hand, you know, like I'm doing it right now. I don't do any editing on it, but you like can't see the entire space kind of like come together, if that makes sense. While I sit here and wait for my poll to come in, the poll results, I just saw that the bundle of Shape Tape and the Glow Concealer, the Glow Wand, what is it called? Liquid highlighter that I use every day. Love so much. They're back in stock. And the whole bundle is 16 bucks. It's QVC when you use the code OFFER. $16 for 3 things. You get the sponge, you get the liquid highlighter, and you get the Shape Tape under eye concealer that is just magical. I've talked about it lots and lots of times. I use Shade Light. I love Mike, I really do. But a fun thing he likes to do is if I change something or explain it beforehand, well, both ways. If I explain it beforehand, he'll be like, don't do that, that's not gonna look good, even though I know it'll look good. Or if I do it, he'll be like, I don't know, this doesn't look good. But then a week later, he'll be like, this really looks nice. And he'll completely change his mind. Happens every single time.
My makeup. Makeup.
Are you getting into Berkeley's makeup?
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it back.
I don't want to.
I don't know you don't want to, but we got to.
Oh, pink one.
Let's put it back, Viv. Vivian. Okay, let's put it back.
Okay.
Thank you. Good girl. Okay, little pep talk before we jump into styling shelves. Whenever you're about to style shelves, take all of your home decor and put it in front of you on the ground and separate it by things that are just totally different, one-off items, or things that you're gonna see multiple times. For me, I have a lot of plants and I have a lot of books. So those are gonna be the things that I'm gonna need to evenly kind of disperse different places, and it's gonna anchor basically all of my look. So if that's vases for you, candles, picture frames, whatever you have the most of, that's what we're gonna sprinkle around. When you're laying things out for shelves, kind of group them. I've got all of my plants over here, all my books over here. These are small filler items. These are my tall things, tallest items, and these are the widest items that take up the most surface. Side note, when I do these tutorials, sometimes I'm like, is this too basic? Am I trying to act like I have a tip made out of nothing? So if this is too basic, I'm sorry, but I do know a lot of people like just the basics of how I look at things and how I'm picking them. So I try to incorporate it. So I have the most plants and books. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to place the plants and the books first, and then everything else I have will kind of be filler items that I'll put in later. Scratch that. I'm actually going to figure out what goes in the biggest spaces first at the top, which will be my taller items. Okay, so this guy's really, really big. He's new. I love him. I had to go specifically find something for this spot up here because I have a big shelf. And I like to decorate the tops not so heavy. So like I'll put one plant in the middle and kind of let it be, and kind of it lets the top breathe a little bit, and then I go heavier on the bottom. This is fake, but these kind of plants are amazing for built-ins if you use them the right way. Like, don't waste it by putting it down low. Put it up high, because then it fills in some of the bottom shelf underneath it and makes it look even fuller. I had this little high heel print by itself, and I took a little picture so you could see the difference. It looks so much better with just one thing. And this really fake plant, it looks pretty good, but it definitely looks fake. So whenever you have really fake plants, put those up high so you can't tell as much. But I love how just one item nestled to the corner of that item, it just makes the shelf look so full, when in reality it's just two small items. It's all about how you place them side by side to take up area. Now I'm gonna skip to this item because she reaches in here. These are little notes from her friends in her class. She's got her little money bank. So this needs to be right here so she can reach it. I know it's gotta be low and it's the only space for it, so I might as well start with that and work around it. All right, let's start spacing out these books. Let's see, let's put these in the middle here. I don't know, this is where I just start playing. So if I lay books that way right there, I'm gonna lay some more books somewhere else vertically, up and down, and just kind of changes the look of things to where you don't have books laying the exact same way on every shelf. It creates more visual interest, and vertical books take up more space up and down, obviously, so they appear taller. All right, this is the part where I just start playing. And I put something in, I step back, I look at it. Put something in, step back, and look at it. Let's do this little guy. Since those books are pretty tall, I don't want to waste a large plant. I'll show you why. So this fills a good amount of space. Oh, this guy wouldn't even fit there if I wanted to. He's way too big. We got another little pop of green. It's spaced out from the other plant. I really like that shelf. I normally wouldn't put like two of the same vertical book stacks right on top of each other, but since they're a different color, I kind of like it. They're also different widths. There's more books here and less there. So I'm going to keep it and play with it and see if it looks good. So I'm showing you the difference between showing spines and not showing spines. Sometimes it's just a little bit distracting. I don't hate that. I actually think it's pretty cute, but I'm still going to turn them around to where you can't see the spines. This is a little more not as obvious. The Jewish community in America, in Berkeley's room, just in case she wants to study up on that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this one back around. And it just shows, again, more visual interest. You're doing different things. It doesn't all look the same. One stack of book doesn't have to be the exact same throughout the shelves. Step back, and the first thing I'm thinking is I need something tall here, like taller than the books. I need it to be wider, so maybe this will be where I put like 3 items, a little triad of something. And then behind here, I need something that's actually pretty small and not distracting since that plant's there. I also feel like I'm missing some height right here. Could be her little neon sign, love that. Then I'm gonna take this little candlestick that has no candle. I'm gonna push that to the back. And this is where I'm gonna build my little triad, little candle. I stole that from her bathroom. And then just something like a little different color that she doesn't have, kind of a little eclectic look. Okay, I don't hate that. Now I just need something for up here. This is not jewelry that she gets every day, but we're just gonna kind of put it behind the plant. A little gold heart, you can kind of see it subtly, but it's not distracting. This is crooked, but other than that, okay, I don't hate that. Critical on shelves, and I'm feeling something right now that I feel like a lot of people probably feel, which is I know I could make this look better if I went out and bought new stuff. Like, I'm sick of seeing some of this stuff because it's old. But then I have this talk with myself. If I'm going to buy new decor, it's going downstairs in the family room. It's going in the dining room. It's going in the kitchen. You know, I did buy her a few plants to fill these shelves because I didn't have any. But other than that, I would say, you know, go easy on kids' room, and maybe that's where you use like your B team, C team decor, and the new stuff goes in the family room. Something that might kind of be like a no-brainer to some of you, but recircling decor helps. If you don't like your decor in your living room anymore, but you don't want to go out and buy new decor, pick it up and go take it to a different room and just play like musical chairs with your decor. Sometimes it really helps. Okay, back to the shelves. Aren't these cute for a little girl's room? Really rustic and feminine. Berkeley has things in these little wooden boxes. So we are going to keep these down low to where she can reach them if she wants to get her little hands inside of them. All right, let's put this in. I love him. He's so bright green and beautiful. Put this in the big shelf. Kind of line them up with what's below it. Okay. Got our two woods going on right here. That's kind of wooden too. But these guys match. I like the spines on these. They're all like foil, or most of them. They're really cute and girly, and I like the font, so we'll keep those out. A little pop of purple there. Okay, kind of changed this up from the photo I did last night. So I had it where the two boxy items were right on top of each other, and I didn't love that. Again, I like to space out things that look alike. We've got the frame up there that I need to put a picture in, and then these rainbow bookshelves was just taking up so much space, so I'm just using one of them, even though you don't really need it because they can just stand up on their own. It's all for looks, okay, guys? Doesn't have to be functional. Doesn't have to be functional. I don't know if any of that helps, but I hope you learned something from that. Color, height, like items. Those are kind of the three things I look at when doing shelves. You just want to space things out appropriately and not put everything that looks like right next to each other. If you do that, you're going to be gold when it comes to shelving. That's pretty much it. And then you step back and it's a lot of rearranging. People hate decorating shelves. I actually love shelves. They're my favorite thing to decorate. But yeah, sometimes I get stumped with them because it's hard, especially if you don't have all new shiny items. You know, most people would like new things all the time. And when you don't have it, you're like, oh, like a lot of times I have a vision of like what I know would look good there. But you know, I'm just trying to use what I have. So anyways, hope that helps. Last important tidbit, not every inch of that shelf has to be covered with something. In fact, you want to let things breathe. You want to do the groups, you know, how I have here. Every shelf has groups. This is a group. This is a group. This is a group. This is a group. And whenever those things start to get too close, that's when it doesn't look decorated and it looks like you've just got stuff chilling on a shelf. You want to do the exact opposite of that. Again, over here, we've got group. I cannot wait to show you my favorite kitchen on the season. I think it's my favorite. I don't know, I have like 8 favorites, but this one is my favorite. It's like in the middle of the season on the show. And I did long wooden open shelving and just overstuffed shelves. So you've got like pots and pans and plants, and it's just cluttered, but in such a pretty way. The homeowner loves Nancy Meyers movies. So I had to look into her movies, like Something's Gotta Give and The Holiday. And it's like those kitchens that you go to like your mom's house for Christmas, and like, it's so full, but cozy. And that's what I was emulating. And it's just, they're gorgeous, such pretty shelves, but I styled them a completely different way, and I still had groups, but they're just a lot closer. I can't wait to show you guys. I love, love, love these jeans. They are one of my newest pair. Went to see if they're on sale, and they are on sale. They're only $29.99, normally $78, but there's only one size left. And that's my life on Instagram. So I will keep a lookout for those jeans. I really hope they restock because they tend to do it, and I really like the high rise. But anyways, outfit of the day fail. Okay, locals close to Armor. This is amazing. It's the dipped trio, and you get it to go. It's in our cold case with like our drinks and stuff. I'm also watching Gary, making sure he's not eating anything weird. So good. This is a French onion dip. This is a pimento cheese dip with corn in it. I don't even like pimento cheese, and this sauce is the bomb. And then this is Armor Coffee's secret sauce. That is so addicting. It's kind of like hummus, but way better. And then these vegetables look weird, but they're not. They're pickled vegetables. So like the celery has so much more flavor than like normal celery because they pickle it, and same with the carrots. And I normally don't like pickled stuff either, but I love this. Everything is... And yes, I am eating pita bread. I will explain. I'm gonna tonight film a quick video that I'll post to my feed probably tomorrow night, explaining my whole gluten-free, dairy-free journey, and why I'm kind of going on and off, back and forth, because I feel like it's the best for me and keeping weight on. So anyways, we'll go through the results, my plan of action moving forward. And anyways, so I know people are gonna be like, are you eating the pita? Yes, I am, but I'm definitely not like eating how I used to when it comes to gluten and dairy. Is that your baby?
If
He fall down.